This is my Black Desert Ironman account. Over 6 months ago, I set off on a solo adventure in the world of Black Desert, but what makes this account so unique is that I can't purchase any pearls and I have zero access to the central market, which means I can't buy or sell any items unless from an NPC. Now, the goal for this account is to reach 700 gear score, which I know is a tedious task, but I'll be enjoying every step along the way. So let's see what happens in this challenging journey of Black Desert Online, Ironman Edition. In the previous episode, we took a break from grinding in the desert and decided to switch up the scenery by grinding at Tortuga in order to push for the last amount of Kafirs needed for our gloves. And with finally gathering the thousands of Kafirs needed, I was able to create our first piece of slumbering boss gear, being our Dawn gloves. And even though I had no immediate success with enhancing them to duo, I decided to head back to Tortuga for a few hours to acquire some more materials in order to give our gloves another go. But before we get into that, my goal by the end of this year is to achieve 10,000 subscribers here on the channel, so if at any point you enjoy the video, consider leaving a like or subscribing as it helps out the channel greatly. And with that out of the way, let's see what my Ironman recently has gotten into. Fell onto the ground and then died. And I'm like, you're joking. Oh, alrighty. Starting off the hour strong with the tongue red earring. Nice, man. I think if I was ever a full-time content creator, I think that's how I would do it. Oh, a second tongue red earring. We take those. Oh, our third earring, man. Jesus, dude. Arsha servers are kind of cracked, man. We'll definitely take that. All right, what do you guys think? We're going to get a lane or what? Nice. 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 So we just concluded 2 hours at Tortuga. We do have a drop event currently going on. So we got an additional 50% drop rate. And I did do those 2 hours on Arsha. We ended up with 68,000 trash loot. And then we had 100 Kafirs on the dot, 266 dust, a bunch of books, some accessories, artifacts. We got a bunch more, but I already put them away. But overall, really, really good item. With the trash, it's 500 mil, which will be of use. But overall, really good experience because of those Kafirs. So with that, we completed 15 Carson Scrolls. Unfortunately, we were only able to get 4 memory fragments to drop off that final boss. But nonetheless, let's open these up. We got 19. We got 46. Good amount. And then we got 18 here. So we're at a total of 87. Not too bad. But at the end of the day, memory fragments are memory fragments. We are back with the Dawn gloves. We've done some more hours at Tortuga. But basically, we have the Dawn gloves at Pri right now. I only have an 80 stack, but it's a 70 with the Valks. Again, if I were to use what would be my next highest stack, which would be a 99, if it does fail, it would exceed 100, which means I would not be able to extract it, which means I would be forced to either enhance for Pri on 100 stack or do it on these, and I just don't feel comfortable using that. So the best we can do right now is take this 80 stack, build it as close to 100 as we can before we extract it. But we do have a 9% chance. It does say that the most that people use is like 115 at minimum, but regardless, it's a low percent chance. But this will be our second click for the duo Dawn gloves. So without further ado, let's see it. Let's get carried. Let's get carried. I actually thought that happened. I thought that went. Okay, so because I'm not going to be clicking this on the 83 stack, I am going to pull this out and reset the stack. So we're going to be using the 64 stack. We have the 10 Valks already in there. 16.8% chance. It looks like so far we've been pretty carried with the Pri clicks. But let's just hope we can keep that streak. 10-1, not going to go. I'm just going to skip the rest of these and let's cross our fingers. I do only have 2 more clicks on this and then we'll have to repair it. There's one. Last one. We got to go repair it. Now, as you can see, I only have 29 remaining memory fragments and I'm unable to even give it one more swing. And since I've been really lazy with obtaining that last AP, which will push us into the 269 bracket, I went ahead and decided to finally work on one of our journals, being the Igor Bartali's log, which will net us a total of 6 gear score. Now, I'm not going to be showing any of the content from the first couple of books since it's mostly just life skilling, but I haven't done this adventure log since my main account, which was probably over 4 years ago, and I ended up getting a little bit lost since they've changed some of the quests since then. So even though it's the same mob that spawns out of the tombstone over here, I don't think it'll work in this particular location because it's considered the Marie Cave, however you want to pronounce it. But now that I've walked over here, it's considered Hex Sanctuary. So I think if I come over and kill this tombstone, it should work. In theory, this will work, because I'm technically in Hex Sanctuary now. And if it does, that's big brain. It didn't. Okay, I'm stuck. So I know that the book says defeat the green orc skeleton warrior at Hex Sanctuary, not Trader's Graveyard. But the problem is that these used to spawn with Hex Marie, because it says defeat the green orc skeleton warrior that appeared with the witch. It's referring to the one that spawned with the scroll, but the scrolls were removed like over almost a year ago. But they changed the picture on it too, so I assume it would be these little gravestones like the one I just showed, but I am stuck. There's no way that it's just the normal green orc skeleton warriors that appear whenever it shows the picture of the tombstone. If this counts, I'm gonna be mad. Okay, that's insane. Why would you show the... Okay. But with that completed, we now have +1 DP on the account, putting us at 308, which, you know, once we get that red nose back up, it'll look a lot cleaner. But nonetheless, 1 DP is 1 gear score. Book 4 completed. That's book 3, right? I think that was book 3. I lied. Book 3 completed. There we go. Okay, the actual book 4 now completed. And that will complete book number 5, moving into book 6, which I think this is the first one that gives you an AP. So we just got to quickly go defeat 10 trolls around Quint Hill, and that will put us at 269. And with that, we have now reached the 269 AP bracket. This was such a big milestone to hit back in the day, and this feels amazing to reach on the Ironman account. Now, even though I'm not even halfway done with the Igor Bartali's adventure log, there is still another 3 AP and 1 DP that I can get out of this. So this far, we've only completed 1 AP, 1 DP. So by the time that we finish all 15 of these books, we will have a total gain of 6 gear score. And now with being at a comfortable 269 AP, I can finally return to something that I've been putting off for some time now, and that's our infinite mana potion. Okay, I am recording this at around 2 a.m. I am dead tired, but I have completed another weekly here at Navarne Step, and if I put that into my storage, that will put us at 41 pities in total. I think I'm going to go the route of Attainus Elements just because this place gets a little bit boring for me, but still a step in the right direction. I didn't know that this was a good skill XP place. I did... Ooh, there's our first one. Okay. Nice. So we just finished up our first hour here at Faddis, and like I mentioned before, we did start out with 2 Attainus Elements already here in our currency tab, but throughout this hour, I did obtain 5 pity pieces, which is honestly not bad, but the spot is a little lackluster whenever it comes to entertainment, so I might consider trying either Polly's Forest or Mirmok, but we'll see what happens. So out of the 2 options between Mirmok and Polly's, I did decide to do an hour here at Polly's, and as you guys saw in the previous clip, we did end off on a total of 7 Attainus Elements after our hour at Faddis, and with an hour here at Polly's, we are now at 13. So we did miraculously come out on top with 6 pities, but I'm going to go ahead and do my weekly quest over in Navarne Steppe since the weekly reset just happened. So like I mentioned, I did just complete our weekly here at Navarne Steppe, which does grant us another 5 Voltara's memory. And whenever I go ahead and include that into my storage, putting me at 46, and combining that with the Attainus Elements that we currently have, that puts us at a total of 59 pities. We're getting close. Obviously, Faddis being... Oh my god, back-to-back? Hello? Whoa, okay. So I just concluded an hour at Mirmok. I feel like I've done the trifecta. We did Mirmok, Polly's, and Faddis. But yeah, basically after that hour, we got 1 Voltara belt. Nothing crazy there. I'm just going to melt it for Yona's. But nonetheless, we did get 8 Attainus elements. Again, as you saw in the previous clip, we were at 13 when we ended our hour at Polly's, and I am now at 21. Crazy hour. This is a 140 AP grind spot, and I was actually shocked at what I got. In total, I got 83 raw Kaffir stones to drop, 30 relic shards, which I don't know if I'll ever run these, but most importantly, I did get 6 Attainus elements. The last hour we ended off at 21, ending off this hour at 27. We're one step close in the right direction, but still, look at the stuff I got here. That's shocking for this low AP grind spot. And we also did get 2 witch earrings. And for anyone that may be curious as to how much silver I made off of the trash loot that hour at Trader's Graveyard, my 17,000 trash equated to 32 million silver, which doesn't even cover my tent buff. But just so that we're aware, we are on an item drop rate of 100%. So I know these numbers are going to be a little bit skewed, but nonetheless, that's still a lot of Kaffras. So I decided to come back to Polly's Forest to continue working on our Attainus elements, and also because I do have a great Marnie stone here, which I did start the hour off at about 10,500 mobs, and I was able to collect about another 8,000 into the stone. And during this hour, I was able to go from 27 Attainus elements to 33, which means I collected 6 during this hour, which is insane. I need a total of, I think it's 54 of these, so I need about 19 more until I can complete my last piece. Just completed the Great Marnie Stone here with Marnie at Poly Forest. We do get a box, and this will guarantee us a Pride to Duo accessory. I have no idea what we're going to get, but let's see what we get. Ooh, a Pride Narc. I think I have bases to enhance. So I have 3 base Narcs, which in theory, that would be Duo, that would be Tri, that would be Tet. No idea how this is going to go, but let's see it. Already, Duo Narc Earring. Let's see it. 50.4%. Okay. I have a weird 48 stack. I'm just going to throw that in because that's the closest thing to 50 without using one. 41.1%. Try Narc. Okay. So like we've mentioned in previous episodes, I am unable to use anything like the 99 or 100 stack, even though I would like to use those because that would give us the best odds. But again, if I use these and it fails, it will exceed the limit where I will not be able to extract it anymore. And the second highest stack that I have is a 73, but I'm going to put the 10 Valks on it, turning it to an 83. I'm going to tap it now because I feel like if I don't do it right now, you guys are going to get upset if I postpone it. So yeah. All right. Tet Narc Earring. It looks like we failed 2 previous Tets. Let's go. 23.25. This will be my last Tet accessory on the gear wheel if this goes. Okay. 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 This is... Okay. Dude, I'm never gonna hear the end of this. I mean, don't get me wrong. I am so happy to have this. Look at that. Tet, 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 and Tet. We have a full gear wheel of self-enhanced Tet accessories. I am beyond astonished at this, but the way that we got here is even more astonishing. So the game wants me to have all these Tet accessories. You know, some of these were a little bit harder than others. I mean, the Tongue Guard Ring, we had to pity it to try before one-tapping it to Tet. But regardless, I know that this is beyond carried whenever it comes to the Tet enhancing luck. But oh my gosh, can I just have this RNG turn over into my pen Rendos? Like, I need that so badly. Sitting on it and having stuff to edit, like, that's not the problem. I like that I'll be having oh my god, a double proc? Wait. Do any of these double proc? Is that just a feature now? Wait, what? So I just finished up what I am hoping will be my last weekly here at Navarnstedt for the Infinite Mana Potion. During that time, I did have some extra life drop buffs, which did help us out a lot because we did get 6 Voltara memory pieces to drop during that time. But now we're at a total of 11, and then when combining that with the rest, that puts me at 57. Oh, there's one. Okay. 3 more. another double proc. That puts us at 3. I need one more pity piece, and that will give us our last infinite mana potion piece. So we are currently at 60 Voltara's memories and 39 Attainus elements, which puts us at 99 exact. I spent about 30 or so extra minutes after that double proc that you just saw at Navarre Step, and I didn't get another pity, so I'm just going to come here. Hopefully I can spend 5 minutes and then get my last Attainus element. Because in the event that it drops in 3 minutes, I would like there not to be music behind it. Oh my god. There we go. It wasn't even a minute. I literally just did what, 4 packs? Okay, we're done. We're done. So we have these 60 Voltara memories, and if we open up our currency tab and we exchange the remaining 40 Attainus elements, we will then have 100 pities, and then I'm just gonna go speak to Maradora and convert this thing. So if I speak to you, I think it's this, right? Did she give it to me? I did. Okay, so I take this and I take this, and then I craft that to make our last piece. The Voltara's Clairvoyance. Oh my gosh. But with now having 778 hours of playtime on the account, I can present the Ador's Spirit Essence, otherwise known as the Infinite Mana Potion, on the Ironman account. I'm so glad he has his best friend. I know we're approaching 800s of in-game playtime, but truly after 31 episodes, this account is just, I've become so attached. I mean, we have the infinite health potion. We got that 7 months ago, but now having the infinite mana potion, again, is just testament to how fun this has been. And I've truly been enjoying every step along the way, and I cannot see what happens next. And with that, I felt it was pretty refreshing taking a break from enhancing our Red Nose armor and working on other goals like our adventure logs or even completing our infinite mana potion. This has been an item on my to-do list since the start of the account, and I'm so relieved to have finally completed it. And not forgetting that sneaky Tetnarch earring that we got, I'm absolutely mind blown at how that happened, but with now being past the 269 bracket, I'm starting to feel a lot more comfortable with this account's progression. But we still have a lot to do, so until the next episode, take care.